Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been the place to find new and certified used vehicles. Along with a knowledgeable and helpful sales staff, you, the customer, are their number one priority. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Mackey Motors post-game show here on Kick 106.7. Our player of the game, Michael Kasperbauer, joining us here as the Knights rally back for a 76-70 victory against Glenwood. Michael, congratulations. Huge win for you guys here tonight. The emotion in this gym was just absolutely incredible, and a great performance by you and your teammates here tonight.
Yeah, you know, when you get a guy like DJ that puts so much passion in the game, such a great leader. He loves it. He brings his best every day for us. It's hard to see that happen. It's really, really hard, you know. But I thought it's just all night it was all for him, all for 10. Just playing for him, praying for him.
What started to click there in that third quarter? You guys were down at one point by 9, able to rally back and win this by 6. The energy level just kind of went through the roof there about late in the third quarter.
I think it started on the defensive end. You know, we weren't playing really solid down here. Biter comes in the game, locks up one of the best point guards in the conference. Johnson's a heck of a player. Biter comes in, plays his butt off. You know, it's tough. It's just putting our trust in each other. We all trust each other. We all love each other at the end of the day. So yeah, just getting back to us.
You got into one of those zones there as well as you guys were making that comeback where it looked like the hoop probably looked like an ocean to you for a little while. For anybody that hasn't had that happen at some point or not, what's that feeling like where you could tell you knew shots were going in before you even took them?
Yeah, it's awesome. There's no better feeling in the world, you know, but my teammates were setting me up perfectly. They were getting me the ball. They were trusting me. I was trusting them. It wouldn't have happened without those 4 out on the floor.
How were you able to get those looks coming off of screens, or what was getting you open for those looks because they knew you were feeling it?
You know, once again, Brock and Tregan and Ben and Tay was playing his butt off, getting offensive rebounds. I got a lot of my looks off offensive rebounds. So them just finding me, them knowing I was in that zone, and they kept looking for me. They kept trusting me. That's all it was.
Talk about that defensive effort down the stretch. What was it that stood out for you about this team's defensive effort here tonight?
You know, coming out on the timeouts, we huddle up like we typically do, and we just said, like, hey, we can control this defensive end, and this is all for DJ. This is all for him right now. So we found each other. We played for DJ. It brought out the best in all of us.
I don't want to really make you have to talk about it, but I know you mentioned that you guys, somebody's had word with him. Have you guys heard from him, or how were you able to kind of know that he was doing well up in the hospital?
Father Bame, he went up there. He talked to DJ. He gave us all the updates we needed on him. We're all gonna try up and try our best to go talk to him right now. But that's just, yeah.
Well, I don't want to keep you, so head on up there. Wish him the best for me. Congrats on the win tonight. Thanks for coming up and chat with us.
Appreciate it, Jeff. Thank you.
You bet. Michael Kasperbauer joining us. We're going to get head coach Sean Minnehan over here, and we'll get coach on the headphones and get his thoughts on tonight here as well. And coach will grab that headset and get that on, and then we'll get the other mic over here to him as well. And Sean, congratulations. What a win for this ball club. So much emotion with the injury to DJ tonight and the guys rallying and then being able to pull this one off. This one's got to be extra special because of that.
Yeah, it was probably the most, I don't know, special. Just, you know, it's nice to go to a Catholic school like this because, you know, God definitely played a part in that game, just the way the guys rallied around it, and so it was pretty awesome.
And great to hear that DJ's up in the hospital and doing well.
From what I hear, he's doing great. Before he left, he wanted to go back in. We're like, no, you go to the hospital and get better. So, you know, he's a huge piece of our team, and the way the guys rallied and fought for him, especially Mike, was pretty amazing.
You mentioned Michael. He mentioned Tregan Biter. We thought the defense he played tonight 100%. Against Johnson kind of helped spark this team in the third quarter. Did you say anything to him before he went out? He's always been good and kind of a ball hawk defensively, but what was it with his defensive effort here tonight?
That's a great question. He went out and he was hungry. You know, he's always hungry for minutes, and he, as a sophomore, you know, sometimes it's hard to find consistent minutes when you play, you know, our 10 guys, but. You know, he really absolutely made the most of it, and it wasn't offensively, which is where he has always kind of, you know, hung his hat, has been more of an offensive guy. And you've seen him start to make those tries defensively, and tonight, wow, I mean, he was amazing defensively. He honestly was the thing that really stem the tide, because Johnson could do whatever he wanted, just not so much point-wise, but he was just dropping so many assists, setting up his teammates for easy baskets, and all when Tragan guarded him, he couldn't get to the paint, and then all of a sudden when you can't get to the paint, those passes aren't available.
Coach, a lot of times you like to rotate 5 guys in. Tonight you kind of found a group there, it looked like, late in the third quarter, stuck with them for a lot of the rest of this game. Not that you didn't sub in guys, but you kind of stuck with that lineup a lot here down the stretch.
They were playing so darn well, feeding off of each other. I like to rotate people in, but it was one of those games where a game like this you had to roll with the hot hands. And I think everybody could feel it. This is the loudest I've ever heard this gym. Like, we played in some big games. I've never heard it this loud.
Michael Kasperbauer got hot. You guys all of a sudden took the lead. You got it by, I think, 8. And then all of a sudden it kind of like it cooled off again. And it had to come down to the defense making some stops. They cut it down. They tied it again. What was the difference down the stretch where you guys were able to get enough stops?
Just making sure we got the rebounds. That was what hurt us in the first half. We gave 7 offensive rebounds in the first half. They're physical when they go in for offensive rebounds, so that's something we kept trying to emphasize, is we have to be strong when they shoot the ball and when we're going to get the rebound. You can't just turn and go get the ball, because they're coming in hard. That's the game they allowed to play the game, and that's fine, because Tay Vanami, then he's like, Tay was great too. You mentioned Tragan, and Tay was amazing, gave us really hard minutes, took a charge, just really did a good job of going out and competing.
Coach, what do you guys look for tomorrow then with Heelan? How do you recover from tonight and get focused on that game in such a quick turnaround?
Take a deep breath. I haven't watched anything on them yet. We do have some film on them. I have a late night. It'll be a little bit later, and that's okay. But go check on DJ first and make sure he's good. Make sure he knows that we're thinking of him, and then we'll go break that down, and we'll go from there. They're a really good ball club. They got the Knoll kid, who's one of the top players in the state as a junior. He's one of the top 10 juniors in the entire state. He's a special kid at 6'8", can shoot it. He didn't play Tuesday night, and they lost to Sergeant Bluff, so there's a decent chance he's going to be back for our game, so we'll see how that goes.
Well, Coach, we congratulate you on tonight. I'm going to let you get up there and talk to DJ, but appreciate you joining us. We'll chat with you tomorrow, and the coaches show best luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Head coach Sean Minnehan again with the Kuemper Knights. They win it here 76-70 over